Most people think fear of abandonment begins when someone leaves, but in many relationships, it begins much earlier. It begins when emotional connection starts disappearing. Not through a breakup, not through a dramatic conflict, but through emotional withdrawal. Because emotional withdrawal creates something the human mind struggles to tolerate: uncertainty. The relationship may still exist, conversations may still happen, daily routines may continue, yet something feels different. The emotional closeness that once felt reliable becomes harder to find. Affection becomes less consistent. Communication becomes more distant. Emotional availability gradually fades. This uncertainty often becomes the beginning of fear of abandonment, because emotional security depends heavily on predictability. People naturally feel safer when they understand where they stand emotionally, when affection feels reliable, when emotional engagement feels consistent, when connection feels secure. But emotional withdrawal weakens that predictability. The relationship no longer feels emotionally clear. As uncertainty increases, the mind begins searching for explanations. Did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? Are they preparing to leave? Has something changed that I don't know about? These questions are natural attempts to restore emotional certainty. The mind would rather have an answer than remain uncertain. Unfortunately, emotional withdrawal often provides very few answers. Instead, emotional distance leaves empty spaces, and the mind frequently fills those spaces with fear. Fear of rejection, fear of emotional loss, fear of abandonment. The relationship may not actually be ending, yet emotionally, the uncertainty can feel just as threatening. Over time, emotional vigilance increases. Small changes become more noticeable. Communication is analyzed more carefully. Reassurance becomes more important. The emotional system remains alert because emotional safety no longer feels predictable. This is how attachment insecurity often develops, not only through separation, but through prolonged emotional uncertainty. One of the most painful aspects of emotional withdrawal is that it creates invisible distance. Two people may still be physically together, yet emotionally, the connection becomes increasingly difficult to reach. The absence of emotional clarity often becomes more distressing than clear conflict, because uncertainty leaves the mind continuously preparing for emotional loss. This is why emotional withdrawal so often triggers fear of abandonment. Not because withdrawal always means the relationship will end, but because reduced emotional engagement weakens the emotional predictability that secure relationships depend upon. And when emotional safety becomes uncertain, the mind naturally begins searching for reassurance while preparing for the possibility of losing the connection it is trying so hard to protect.